Hello, friends. We are live. Trying to get this set up. So just bear with me. We are going live. Sorry, was trying to get that set up so we could go live. Hi, friends. We are live and it is Wednesday. Hump day. We are almost to Friday. So all is good and all is well. We are starting a new design discussion topic this month. Thank you so much for joining on Wednesdays. This month is a fun month because we are jumping and diving into color. This month is all about color therapy. Yes. And I'm excited to talk about color because usually people in their mind theoretically love color, but when it comes to actually taking the plunge are very nervous about color. Literally was just having a conversation today with a client. We're going very bold with a cabinet color, and she's nervous. She's super nervous, making sure it's the right feel of what she's going for, and it's understandable. Cabinets are a big commitment, and but she wants to make a statement and has a specific aesthetic in mind. So color is what we're going to be diving into this month, and I'm excited because color is something that's very fun, but most people don't really know how to tackle. Like, how do I tackle color? How do I put the right colors together? How do I jump in and take the plunge and be bold and not be afraid to take a risk? Because a lot of people are nervous to take risks for color because it's something that they feel like they have to get right the first time. But no worries, we're going to walk through that. We're going to talk about it a little bit this month, and we're going to talk about different ways to plunge in. So how can I add color with my own comfort level, right? Because everybody's on a different level. Some people are like major risk takers, and other people not so much. So we're going to give some really good tips this month on how to dive in with color, take the risk, start, dabbling your feet in the water, so that you can get into the life of color in a way that is comfortable for you. So a lot of times you'll hear people say that color is a chemistry, and it really is. It's a science. Understanding what colors go together, how they go together, in which ways to use them, and how to activate the space is definitely a science. And it's something that we as designers, we learn in school, but we also start putting more of it into practice as we practice more. And so you learn to take risks, learn to take the right kind of risks in certain places versus other places. So it's something we learn on the job, and we start to communicate with our clients as we work with them more. So don't be nervous. This is definitely something that's worth the risk, because color is definitely going to add another level to your space, and it's going to take it to a different level. So today we're going to first start off talking about how you can add color to your walls. This is typically like something that people get afraid of, especially when everyone's used to going neutral or doing balanced beige and something that's very neutral in the space. I personally think that having at least one room in your house that you experiment with color is important. And that way you can begin to take the plunge to know what feels comfortable and what you like and what you don't like. And let me let you in on a little tip on what those spaces can be. So a great space to experiment with like color on all your walls is your powder room. Like, the powder room is the perfect space. It's tiny. It's not always visited by people, and can be like a element of surprise and wow. So why not take the time to experiment on that room, right? And that's where your guests are going to go, and you're not always necessarily using that space day in and day out. So some people are like, oh, I feel like I'm going to get tired of this color, or I'm not going to like it anymore. Hey, your powder room is an awesome place to start because you're not in there every day. You're not necessarily using it every day. So that's one place that you can kind of take a risk and start out and launch out. If you're nervous about using color in a bold way in a complete space, a lot of times people will utilize an accent wall and just do an accent wall in a bold color. And accent walls are great. I'm not saying that they're not, but they're not always catered for every space. Like an accent wall has to make sense. Like it has to be the focal point, the statement, and it actually makes sense in the space and not just, hey, I wanted to try color, so I stuck it on this wall. It really needs to make sense and kind of go with what is happening in the interior of that space. So if you want to try color, you want to go bold, powder room is a great place to start, or even maybe like a small office, something that you are okay taking a risk with. And if you hate it in a year, you can paint it and it's not going to be as much of an investment. So bold colors in spaces really can brighten and lighten your mood and how you feel in a space, because color really is tied to our experience. Colors mean things, and they have different meanings in different cultures and are all based off of very different things. But you, as who are using the space, whether it be your office or your living room or your bedroom, are the one who's going to be associated with that color. So, you know, if your mom painted your room yellow when you were 13 and you absolutely hated it, then you're not going to want to paint and use yellow as your, you know, your bold accent. So your experience with the color is also going to marry with what you choose to, you know, go bold with and what color that happens to be. So all of these things factor in. A lot of people ask me, like, you know, what's an amazing color to use for like a dining room or, you know, a kitchen or something like that. And certain colors do allow your mood to heighten or brighten. Like, for example, a blue can be more soothing. But if your dog died on a blue couch and blue is a negative experience for you, it's not going to be soothing for you, right? So you have to tie kind of your experiences with, you know, what the color psychology and, you know, theory behind the color is. So all of those things mesh together, and you can follow our design blog. It's www.desired-designs.com. It's under our design discussions tab. We're giving more tips on how to go bold, how to do it, where to do it, and we'll be talking more each Wednesday about different ways to kind of dive in, take a risk, some higher risks, some lower risks, and ways to really find where your comfort zone is with color. Because it's my firm belief that everyone should have bold color in their home, no matter how you do it, where you use it, whether it's through accessories or fabric or window treatments or furniture. Bold is good and you should have it. So it's really about finding where you're comfortable doing it and taking the risk, jumping out there and doing it. So keep following us. This is our first week talking about color therapy and really diving into that this month. And we'll be back next Wednesday to talk about more ways in order for you to make this applicable for your life. So until then, people, have an awesome rest of the week. And I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.